Hello everyone, welcome back to another video. Today, this is where I'm gonna say Sonic needs a reboot before the Snyderverse as well as the Bayverse gets restored. Why? Well, I'm just gonna go ahead and say right off the bat that a lot of people want to say, well, the redesigned version of Sonic is like Zack Snyder version, while the old design is like James Gunn. No, this is quite the opposite. The old design has nothing to do with James Gunn. You should have let Sonic with his old design finish, but guess what? You did, and at the end, that's how we got the redesign. Now, the redesigned version of Sonic has nothing to do with Zack Snyder. Sure, there were references, but other than that, it ain't Zack's version. For the matter of fact, it has something to do with Walter Amada's version of Sonic. Not only that, but that version of Sonic is the reason why James Gunn's Superman Legacy exists. Why don't you understand that? Redesigns these soft reboots. You should have put your wallets close to those. And here's the thing that I am going to say now. If Zack Snyder sees that you said that Walter Amada's version of Sonic is his, not only that, but you consider the redesigned Sonic Trilogy a masterpiece, Zack will come up to you and look at you a bit like, you really think they are masterpieces? In reality, they're not. And of course, he will also look at the OG franchise and he would have been like, what kind of mess did you all make? And not only that, but Zack Snyder will have to need to reboot Sonic so that he is no longer in that mess. And you, Sega cultists, the ones that try to, try to defend Sega, something like that, are gonna be forced by Zack Snyder and of course I to get an apology from. You're gonna have to apologize to me, apologize to the people that you manipulate, lie to, and betray. Not all that, but you're gonna have to apologize to Zack Snyder. Not all that, but you're gonna have to clean this mess up. You're gonna have to delete also the videos that you made about the redesign, any of the reviews that you made with it, and of course, everything about the redesign off of the internet, so that the redesign is not back anymore. Okay, anyways, so this is the reason why Sonic needs a reboot. Because Walter Amada, he has, ruined Sonic. And for the Snyderverse and Bayverse to get restored, Zack Snyder will have to come in, announce a Sonic reboot, which is gonna allow the Snyderverse and of course the Bayverse to come back. No doubt, but he will have to go in and of course reboot Sonic so that he doesn't look bad in people's eyes. And here's what I am also going to say. Sonic 4 is never going to happen. Why? Because that film is gonna be canceled. The whole Sonic redesign trilogy is gonna be deleted. Because Zack Snyder knows that trilogy was not a masterpiece. We all know it was not a masterpiece. I know it was not a masterpiece because to me, the Sonic redesign films are Guardians of the Galaxy ripoffs. They are trash, they are stupid, they are dumb, they are bad, they are terrible, they are awful because they disrespected the Sonic characters, they disrespected the lore, they disrespected the franchise, and they disrespected the story. Not only that, but sadly for Sonic, he no longer has a continuity. And here's what also I am going to say. Move on from Sega's version. We don't need to see Sega's version of Sonic over and over and over again in every single version of the franchise. Can we have someone else's version of Sonic? Something different from once. We don't need to live into the shadows of Sega Sonic. And of course you all need to stop worshipping Sega. Sega are not your god, they are not your deity, they are not your savior. You Sega cultists, you Sega fans, as well as you Sega worshippers, you need to stop doing what you're doing. Because at this point, I am done. Sega is trying to, brainwash all of you, manipulate you, so that they could go in and, of course, destroy DC. And you have to remember, Sega were paying WB, so if you support Sega, you are part of the problem also. And here's the thing, we will never support redesigns. And here's the thing, why Metal Sonic needs a reboot? He needs a hard reboot, not a soft reboot. As in, let's move on from the original franchise. Let's give Sonic a dark, mature, and adult direction. And let this version of the Sonic franchise to be story-based. Alright? Here is what I am going to say to Sega. No adult Sonally trilogy, no money while it's close. Alright? And of course, restore the Snyderverse. Bye.